What's up YouTube, this is Collect Pokemon and welcome back to another video. This is the video that I've been wanting to make and just as we are approaching the release of Shining Fates, I want to tell you guys a story. I want to tell you guys a possible future, a possible something that might happen. Pokemon Company has said that, they're going to run a full capacity on their printer, they're going to print more. What kind of set do you guys think that they're likely to print more of? I mean, obviously the modern sets, right? Vivid Voltage, Darkness Ablaze, Rebel Clash, Sword and Shield base. But what about like a very, very popular set, for example, Shining Fates? Do you guys think Pokemon will print a lot more of Shining Fates? And, if they do, what's going to happen? A lot of people are going to buy these. I mean, I can promise you that at release, I'm not going to promise you, I'm just going to say I promise you. At release, I think that the stock is very, very limited and that, places on eBay, we're going to see it sell for around $200 for ETB or even more. Simply because that there is just not a lot of quantity. I know that the US are getting it first and then some are getting them in the UK. Asia a little later, Australia even later. So, I think that, because of that, we're going to see a lot of flipping on eBay and we're going to see eBay price skyrocketing at the day of release when a lot of these becomes available. And when people say, they're selling the ETB on hands or something, or in hands or something like that. So the question is, will the price go back down? And is it really worth buying it around $200 ETB? What's going to happen to this set? To be honest, I actually don't know. I will definitely be holding on to a few cases, if possible. I think it is possible. I'll hold on to most likely 20 or 30. I would want to hold on to more, but I just don't think I can get more. So I do want to hold on to a minimum of 20 to 30 boxes as a long-term investment. The question is, if I had the chance, would I hold on to even more of them? Or would I not? Now here's the thing. Traditionally, ETB has always been considered to be the best thing to invest in, and I think in the long run that is very true. But there was a very, very dark time in Pokemon. Actually, in my collecting life of Pokemon, that one of these kind of special sets was overprinted to a point where no one wanted to buy it. Seriously, no one wanted to buy it. And distributors in the US, they were selling it for a sale price. It was selling for, I can tell you, I think it was around $20 a boost Elite Trade box, $20. And that box is called Shining Legends. So let's talk about a little bit of his history. Shining Legend was a set that was released after Burning Shadow SM 3.5. It was quite popular in Japan once it was released as SM3+. There was huge hype, very similar to what we're seeing right now with Shining Star V and the Shining Fates. People thought that the Shining Pokemons was good because they were Shining Pokemon. There is huge collectability because you can collect all 9 of them, especially the secret rare attached to Mewtwo. Which is very similar to all the little baby shinies and the shiny star, the big shiny V card or the V Max card. And yeah, people collected it, people bought a lot of it, and then there was not enough supply. There was huge demand. We see prices of Mew, the Shining Mew, going up to, $20, $30, $40, $50 a card. Yeah, I mean, it sounds cheap right now, but back then, most cards are around the 10, 20 range, right? So, yeah, and it was going up, pretty solidly, pretty crazily in price. And then they decided to print more. And the Ultra Premium box, which contains the Lugia and the Celebi, was not printed as much, the Ultra Premium one, but the UK version, which I think only contains 7 packs and a jumbo card of the Rainbow Rare Ho-Oh, was printed a lot more. It was to a point where the UK, the European edition, was printed to a point where no one bought it, so they allowed it orders. They sent it actually back to the States for people to order. And at that time, no one wanted to buy Shining Legends. ETB, there were like, cases. I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds of cases left at the distributor level. And, distributor were like, hey, collect Pokemon. Do you want more of these? We have more of these on sale. Do you want more? And, that time was a really sad time for me because I actually bought quite a lot. I think I bought like, I don't know, 10, 20. I can't remember. But back then, to me, it seemed a lot. Most likely around 40 to 50 boxes anyway. And then I just started to crack it all open myself. That's why, on earlier video, you saw me, I have pages and pages of Shining Legends Pokemon because back then, no one bought it. And, back then I was at a time where I didn't really like making video. I was like, oh, I'm so done with YouTube and everything. So, I just kind of sat in my sad corner and ripped open Shining Legends. And I was like, oh, Mew. Oh, test tube Mewtwo. Yeah. So jumping back to right now, will this happen to Shining Fates? I can't say no, but more likely I'll say I don't know, but it is a possibility. I mean, thinking that, Pokemon is going to pre-print, they're going to print at full capacity, they are acknowledging the problem that there is not a lot of stock. I do feel like that the so-called print runs for a lot of these modern cards are going to be so much longer, similar to what happened back in Shining Legends. And I think that they're definitely going to crank up, and I think that when they print more with the printing machine, I think Shining Fate is one of the sets that they would definitely print more, because I feel that it's just such a popular set that you can't it's stupid not to print it. That's what I'm saying. And it's going to be a PR nightmare not to print that set. So I do believe that it's going to be printed a lot, but is it to a point where it's to the ground? I'm thinking it might be, actually. The reason being that it's really hard to control how much quantity you kind of need, because you need to understand, as a company, if I was to run like a Pokemon company, okay, so I print, people order. I print more, people order. Actually, how it actually works is Pokemon will ask distributors, okay, can you throw me some numbers? What kind of numbers do you actually want? And, the distributor can tell them, hey, I want 100,000 boxes of something. So Pokemon goes and, set up a printer, 100,000 box, order, print, deliver. So usually it is like that. But, with the current demand, what is happening is that the distributor is going to Pokemon and say, hey, guys, I want 1 million bucks. Pokemon's like, oh, that's not possible. So Pokemon print whatever they have, 100,000 copy, send it to distributors. So the distributor ordered 1 million. They only gave 100,000. And basically, that's why everyone get allocated. So what happens? What happens if Pokemon crank up its production? And when the distributors overestimate the amount that is being pre-ordered, and the distributor says, hey, I want 1 million. And when they're expecting Pokemon to give them 100,000, Pokemon actually gave them 1 million. What's going to happen? They have to get rid of that 1 million. And so a lot of stores who actually over-order, thinking that, oh, only 10% of my order is going to be fulfilled. They're going to get 100% of the order. And I think that that's why it's very difficult for Pokemon to actually know the demand of the market. They know that there is a demand, but the exact amount of demand is very hard to gauge because everyone at every single level tends to over-order, thinking that they would only be allocated a certain percentage of what they order. So if they want to be allocated more, they put on a larger number onto it. So I think that's the issue, and I think that was the issue with Shining Legends. That was the issue with Crimson Invasion. Yeah, it's just that the retail market changes almost on a daily level. But if you were to order a set, to print a set, to set up a printer and everything, it's a much longer process than a few days. It could be a month in advance. So there is always going to be that lag time, and there's always going to be that difficulties in trying to gauge the market. At the Pokemon level. So yeah. So does it mean that if Pokemon is deciding to print more or will print more, does it mean that it is not good or it's not very wise to buy the cards right now? Well, that would depend. Again, like everything I said, it would depend. You then need to consider the quality of the cards. Yeah, on the second print run or in the subsequent print run, the Shining Legends card was, I mean, was very available. It was very cheap. But the problem is that the quality was really, really bad. I mean, a lot of my Shining Test Tube Mewtwo at the back, it's ungradable. I mean, I'm not talking about I can't get a PSA 10. I can't even get a PSA 9, I think. There's a lot of whitening. There's a lot of whitening dots at the back. And when they print more, I think that, the maintenance of the machines or whatever, I just feel like that, the quality might not be as good as the original print run or the first few print run. So, yeah, I mean, it's I can't actually give you very solid advice as to, what you guys should and what you guys have to do or decides to do. But I want to bring out the insights about how to understand the current market, because a lot of people are telling, hey, Pokemon is not understanding demand, or Pokemon it's, limiting the supply, or, I mean, there's a lot of things blaming the Pokemon company, but I mean, you need to also understand the logistic hell about how a company processes cards, how they print something, put it into production line, make the product happen, and the fast changing retail market and the demand of customers, consumers. So that's pretty much it for this video. I've been babbling on for a long time, but I think that, at the end of the day, if you guys can get Shining Fates right now on this first release, do get some. I wouldn't overpay. I mean, let's put it this way. I would overpay for a booster Elite Trainer box, but I would not excessively try and stock up, this set. Because eventually I do believe that, the print run will catch up, and this is one of the set that will definitely get much more of a larger, longer print run. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But if you have earlier box, you might be able to hold on to it, open it, or you keep some sealed right now, and later on, if there are more available, then you can open the later one. So it really depends on you. So that's the insight that I would want to bring to you guys. So that's pretty much it. Good luck finding Shining Fates. I would definitely be opening some on my channel. Oh, one more thing about Shining Fates. The Shining Legends sets, the Lugia and the Celebi, which was released as promos, has gone up significantly in price. What that means is that I do believe that cards that are going to be released in the promos, as in like the Dragon Pelt, the Crobat, I think those cards will be the ones that we're going to see a lot more, I mean, a lot less of. And in the long run, those are the ones that are going to go up in price. If Shining Fates taught you anything about Metagross, Rayquaza, and Zorak, I think that's something that's going to happen. So I would definitely keep my eyes on the promotional box, the collection box. Well, that's pretty much it. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys later. This is Sky Pokemon. Peace.